wonderful day wherever you are. Evening, afternoon, whenever you get to watching this video. So thank you for those of you that are returning subscribers. It's so nice to have you back. And for those of you that are new, this is Enlightened Journeys, and my name is Astraea Love. I'm here to help enlighten your journey. So, my readings are for entertainment purposes only. I would like you to observe the information instead of absorb it, okay? So, we're looking for our higher self's perspective that comes through in whatever the storyline is. This is a reading for the collective, so you need to be able to use your best discernment to pick out what part of the reading goes for you, is for you, and what part of the reading is for somebody else. Okay, again, all messages are timeless and they're prophetic. So it means whenever you get to this reading, it's going to be the current energy. And I could be talking about something that has happened in another lifetime, is happening in this lifetime, will happen in the future. Okay. If you know muscle testing, or if you know how to use a pendulum to get yes and no answers, this is a pendulum, you can do that while I'm pulling cards. That way you can choose what part of the message is for you, and you'll know what, and then you can also actually ask additional questions. So it's like you can not only pick out what part of the message is for you, but you can also ask additional questions that you would like to know on top of the information that comes through. Okay, so know that not all messages will resonate, and every message may not be your message, and that's totally okay. All right. This is a trigger warning with tarot. Make sure that you're in a mentally and emotionally healthy space while watching tarot. I say that because I don't know what your triggers are, and I don't know what's going to come through the cards. And so you could get triggered, and you need to be able to process those triggers if anything does come up. Okay. And if you're not in a mentally healthy and emotional space, then you're not going to be able to process whatever gets triggered, and you'll just stay triggered. And that's not, or I'm not here to trigger anybody. Okay. By watching my videos, you are agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any information that's being channeled. If you take anything from the reading and then try to apply it to your life, please follow up with the proper professional in the field of that advice so that you are seeking the highest help possible. Like if I give you health advice, go to a doctor, go to your doctor, take what I said and then go to the doctor. Okay. That's kind of what I'm talking about. So the background music that you're hearing is the YouTube channel called The Healing Vibrations, and they're an amazing channel. They have a bunch of different crystal sound baths that help cleanse the area and clear the chakras, boost the chakras, clear the aura, stuff like that. While you have a moment, go ahead and hit the like button, and we're going to jump into the protection. So, okay, we invite our higher selves forward into our consciousness and awareness now. We manifest the Christ consciousness grids of the earth. We ask that the Most High God return all evil 10 times or however many times. We're calling upon the Most High God. We're calling upon Jehovah and Yahweh. Got to add them on here to my list. They were like yesterday, like, well, why are we not on there? I'm like, oh, I forgot. All right. So, calling upon the Most High God, calling upon the archangels, calling upon your spirit guides and your guardian angels, along with mine, along with any ancestors, of myself and the collective, the Elohim, the deities of Lovecraftian lore. We're invoking and evoking Excalibur, the circle sword, the blue flame, the will of God into this reading, into every other, along with the sword of Moses and the angels into the 4 directions. Then we would like to anchor in the Holy Grail vortex with the Holy Spirit. Okay. And any crossed over loved ones that have messages can come through, along with any ascended masters, Jesus Christ, the saints, the Ophanim, and the Galactic Federation of Light, any other light councils as well, the watchers, the elementals, spiritual court, the Fae and spirit realm, nature spirits, including Gaia and Green Man, Alien, Alienel, and Alien Natu, the extraterrestrial starseed families, the infinite safety and protection of the Creator, along with the promises for the chosen, and then Jehovah and Yahweh, the Jinn, Allah, Sakla, Theos, Shiva, Shakti, Lilitha, the light of God, glory of God, the heavenly host armies, the Orisha, the Eloah, the Elodumare, and Bonque. All right. So I'm going to use my sacred chime to cleanse the area, and then we'll get started. But basically, what I heard from the ethers is that you, my friend, are healing. You're healing from something that was meant to take your ass out, like destroy you emotionally, mentally, psychologically. Somebody really did some type of warfare against you, like, and tried to use your own emotions against you. Naughty, naughty. Not very nice of them. But the good thing is that you are a healer. I do feel like at some point this energy was slowing you down, but at this point it's like you're learning how to take that energy that was being thrown at you and then transmute it into actual usable energy, so that you don't have this. It's kind of like turning your shadow into light, integrating the unconscious into the consciousness. It's all a transmutation, but everything has to do with perception. Okay, so you are healing from a situation. A situationship is what I just heard. So it could have been a partnership in a situation. It could have been, you could even be healing from wow, it just got really bright in here. You could even be healing from from your relationship with God not being good. That could be another way that you're healing. I think that that's the most important way, because you're healing the relationship with the Most High God, and what that's doing, it's going into all of these areas in your heart posture, in your sacred heart, in your space, and it's actually like the parts that you are not able to heal with yourself. God is just mending that for you, because these people were not ever really for you. That makes sense. The people that did this, and I don't think it's so important to go into them, because you already know who's hurt you, who's betrayed you, and if you don't, then you're going to definitely get confirmation. Okay. But somebody wanted to turn your world completely upside down. They wanted to play on your strength and play on your weaknesses and play on your kind heart. Like, oh, they'll just forgive me and blah, blah, blah. No, yeah, you're going to forgive yourself, and then you're going to forgive them. And you're going to do that because that's the most healthy thing to do, rather than holding on to resentment. And then, 10 years later, you're still pissed off at somebody and you got breast cancer. Nobody wants that. Okay. But when you hold on to resentment, that is what it causes. It causes breast cancer. It causes cancer, resentment and anger. Okay. And like grudges. And so it's like you got to dust your shoulders off, like you fell down, you get back up, and you're going to walk again, because you want to move from the place that you just were, where you fell at, right? All right. So these people don't want you to get back up and walk. Like, they don't want you to walk away, but they don't want you to be able to get back up from whatever this was that they were doing against you. Again, I do feel some of it is slander and gossip and rumors, like stuff that's not even believable. Okay. So yeah, so I feel like people have been trying to keep, there's been a group of individuals trying to keep the collective divine feminine, divine masculine stuck in a time loop, like kind of like Groundhog Day. But it's like a time loop where you're stuck in an old cycle with these people, where they're allowed to continually have access to your energy and harm you. That's kind of what I'm feeling. And you may have closed the door on somebody, and they just keep trying to put a little wedge in on that door to try to get back in, or they keep trying to go to the back door to get in. And you're like, no is no. Like I said, stay out of here, right? I'm feeling a tugging on your solar plexus. So you could be dealing with self-worth issues, or you could be dealing with somebody that is projecting their self-worth issues onto you. Okay, so I send love to my solar plexus. Love and light. We defeat our enemies with love and light. That's how we overcome their darkness, and we transmutate whatever they send to us back into love and light that we can use. Okay, so yeah, they wanted to keep you stuck in the Six of Cups in the reverse, which is an energy of being in the past, okay? And it's like kind of like a time loop energy. You lose sight of the future by dwelling on the past. Pain and difficulty do not disappear right away. Emotional upset continues. This is the cycle that they were trying to keep you on, okay? It's a cycle, but I also want you to look at it as being literally a time loop, a time trap, okay? Like this situation has taken you out in other lifetimes. These people have poisoned you. I see that you've died by arrow, you've died by sword. These people have burned you at the stake. These people, this is a group of individuals that have been coming for your throat for some time. Like I feel their energy and their presence, and they're very toxic and aggressive, these people. Okay, so know that their manipulations are about trying to keep you in a state of fight or flight where you're giving off, yeah, we rebuke all evil eyes, and we ask that the Most High smash them. Boom, boom. Hulk smash them. Seriously. I'm like calling bullshit on it right now with Ra and the Most High God. Like, yes, over my channel, and any bitch sending that shit, blind them. Fuck, enough already. So yeah, so they don't want this to come out. They want they want you to be in an emotionally upset state so they can drain your energy and take from you, and so that you'll be a lower vibration, so that you'll match their vibration so they can fuck with you. See, if you don't match their vibration, they cannot jump timelines. They cannot jump. They're on the opposite polarity. But there still is something within you that is keeping them at a polarity. Like there's something that you're the opposite polarity of whatever it is that they're doing. Let's just say that, okay? That's why they're attacking you, because they can't look within themselves. They can't look at you and see that, okay, what I see outside of me exists within me. They just don't have the ability to do that because they're stuck in the matrix. Yeah, you're not taking responsibility for emotions. This is what they want. They want you to not be responsible. They want you to not be in control. They want you to be, they want you to act out against your character. They want you to speak against your character and all these things like that. Self-control is necessary now. They don't want you to be able to have this self-control. They don't want you to be able to have your own free will. Inheritance or a gift is possible. They don't want this gift. Large sum of money affects your mood. This could also be a spiritual gift that I see here, okay? Now, you want to eventually enter into a state where you're neutral to the way that finances affect you. Because if you can stay neutral, then no matter what comes your way, you're not going to be swayed. You'll stay standing on business in your neutrality with the Most High God. And the thing is that when you devote your life and everything you have and everything you do to the Most High God, you'll never go without. You'll never, ever go without. And that's the truth. Give it to God. God loves to take the glory for everything, and so give the Most High the ability to do that for you. Give Christ the ability to work that energy through you, through your own self-salvation. There's never going to be anybody that comes back to save you. And if you want that, you're going to probably die and have to wait forever and ever and ever. And it'll never happen until you realize, even the souls in hell have to realize this, that they're the only ones that are going to get them past this judgment or past this, they're the only ones that are going to save them. Christ didn't go around saving everybody. Okay. He performed miracles for people that God told him to, but any random person, no, that's not being Christ-like. You're obedient to the Most High God, and if God tells you not to help your enemies, then you don't help your enemies, period. Even if they're a family member, right? Or whatever. I rebuke whatever jinn and this shit is. I don't like it. Cenobites, come look at this. What type of spirits are around me? Yeah, so these people are let's just say they're up Schitt's Creek without a paddle. I love that show, by the way. It's hilarious. Okay, so somebody had a tissy fit over you getting a spiritual gift, you being the chosen one, you being a part of the 144,000. They had the biggest fit ever because they've never met anybody that's a part of the 144,000 before. And they had, like, let's just say the 200 fallen watchers, they're a part of the 144,000. And those are people. I've literally met all of them. God will bring into your reality who you need to interact with to get them set on their path. These people want you stuck in an emotional state of despair where you don't feel like you can ever get out of it. They want you to be in discontent over your finances. That's what the Seven of Pentacles always looks like to me. Like, this person is looking at what they have like, I wish I had more, something else. Like, can't even be grateful for what they have. Indicates a major turning point in your finances. Take a complete financial inventory. Like, again, you could have stuff in storage. This is for somebody. You have stuff in storage that's antiques, and you have time. You have time, and you have stuff in your family that's storage that's just sitting there. You could literally go polish those antiques and sell them for a lot of money. So you need to take a financial inventory of your life, of what you have and what you can work with. Okay. Use this time to assess progress and move towards your career goals and financial plans. That's what the Seven of Pentacles is to me. It's like usually a turning point, because 7, 5, if you look at it between 1 and 10, 5 is in the middle, but 7 is like a little bit of a turning point because it's a bit more than half. So you're like almost there. So if there is little profit, radically change your direction on money issues. Okay, radically change what you're thinking about. Because again, these people are trying to hit you where it hurts. And this is how stupid people are. These people think that you are doing what you do, and whatever it is that you do, that's your gift, that you are a gift to the world. Everybody is a gift to the world in their own way. And when you find out what your way is, and then you utilize that, then you really are a gift to the world. See, yeah, it says choose low risk investments and plan carefully. These people want you to be overly paranoid about your finances. They're in the illusion that you're sitting there counting your pennies, worried about bills, worried about this, worried about, like, they're in some type of delusion. That's what they want to keep you stuck in, some type of past mentality where, you miss events or you miss opportunities, and that's just like not going to happen anymore. Because you never missed opportunities. Those opportunities that these people have tried to keep you away from are opportunities that they vibe with. That's low vibrational bullshit. We don't give a fuck about that. We don't care about that. They can have those opportunities. What's really meant for you, you will have. Like, nobody can ever take your place in life. Like, that's your spot. If it's your spot, nobody can take it. Period. It's yours. You know what I mean? If God put you there, who the fuck is going to remove you? I like to see them try, because things could go real, like Samson. And that's kind of the energy that I get. It's like you have this core strength to you, and it does come from the Most High God. And these people, they don't have it. So, like, they're trying to wreak havoc on your life and keep you stuck in an old cycle, keep you stuck in an old timeline, keep you stuck on an old path or an old way of thinking. But you've already gone through this evolution and rebirth. And the fact that you're healing from the bullshit that they put you through just shows how much of a fighter you are, how much of a spiritual gangster badass you are. 7 of Wands. This is talking about you being on the defensive. This is just painting a picture for you, showing you how this is how they wanted you. Okay. Yeah, being on the defensive. Like, you have the advantage and eventually will win. Be strong and aggressive. Accept criticism and challenges to your authority. or accept. Yeah, accept that shit. Bring it on, bitch. You want to challenge me for my authority? Oh, you don't got the authority to challenge me for my authority. Shut the fuck up. That's all. That's literally like all it needs to be with whatever spirit this is or person. Like, we would just like to give the we want humanity to not be the ones doing this. We would like an evil spirit to be the ones doing this. But when we find out that there's not really an evil spirit doing this, it's just human evil, it's really, really very sad. And this is what it looks like. This is the type of way, this is just the way that your enemies think. They think that your happiness has to do with your monetary success, with your love. Like, they don't realize that your happiness comes from the Most High God. That's why they haven't been able to touch it. So they want you to be in a defensive mood so that you won't let anybody in, so that you'll always be putting your wands up against everybody and think everybody's against you, when that's not true. You're only dealing with that one side of the spectrum. And you're healing yourself. I was just guided to grab this new deck. Thank you guys for your donations. I was able to get this new deck of Heal Yourself cards. And I think it's totally appropriate because you've had to heal yourself from these like unwarranted attacks so many times. And it gets really old, you know? It gets really old, but you have the power of rejuvenation, rebirth. Every time they try to send more death magic, you get promoted. Straight up. Like, they do another spell to try to keep you stuck, you get promoted. It's just wild. Okay, say what you mean. Say what you mean. Be very clear with these people, okay? If they were to try to come back. Be patient. Patience is a virtue, but it's also like a skill, okay? Because you have to be patient with the outcome. Know that things you may not have control over when it's going to happen, but know that because you called down judgment, that it will happen. Dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. A lot of the information could be connected to an issue that's reoccurring in your dreams. Honestly, what happens in the daylight, like in the daytime when we're awake, when we go into the dream state, we have the opportunity to go into our subconscious, we go into our dreams, and we interact through all these other lifetimes that we've had, you know, and our dreams can give us answers and clues. When we can resolve that dream by writing the dream out and then making an ending to it, we can just basically end that constant loop of PTSD that's attached to the dream state. So yeah, it's asking for everybody to be really patient with the energies, and because what we're feeling is the tables turn. Unleash your creativity. So you could have some creativity within you. You could be an artist, you could be a dancer, you could be somebody that's really good at cooking and baking. So somebody's got a skill, and these people they've tried to attack your dream state. Okay, they've tried to attack your dream state and so that they could tap into your creativity to find out what you're dreaming of, what your dreams are. That's pathetic. That's fucking pathetic. Lame ass people. I don't even want to say some of the shit God says, but I have to because God says it. But straight up, that's so stupid. Lame. Hole in the soul. Straight up, you're dealing with somebody that's got a hole in the soul. This person's like totally empty on the inside. They need to siphon your creativity to get anything moving in their life. Yeah, home. Be sure that you bless your home. Take good care of your home. If you see any type of weird dirt dumped in your yard, dust, anything, pray over that. Okay, pray over your yard. Pray over any part of your yard that is and any part of your home that's open to the public, like, and your street. Pray over that. it's really important to do this because you have a lot of empty hole in the soul like people that they're coming for your foundation, which is basically saying, okay, I'm going to come against the Most High God. Self-love, this is how you heal. This is talking about your journey. How you heal. See, you had, at one point, you were depleted by this person. They did something to you in the dream state. They were delaying your forward movement. They were giving you a hole in the soul, and you were able to heal that through self-love. This other person's unable to do that. They're not able to heal through self-love because they can't love themselves because they sold their soul to the devil. They're a straight up devil worshiping person. And you are not. I mean, what type of person would want to keep somebody stuck in like a tormented Groundhog Day? That's not a person. That's a demonic entity. Person. Type of person would want the shit like that. That's not a person. God said, everybody will learn today that these people, that the chosen are not to be messed with. We're just not. And there's a lot of chosen that are tarot readers. There are quite a few. And then there's a lot that are energy healers, you know? So we're not to be messed with. And we don't look super chosen, to be honest. Some of us, we really blend in. Like, we don't look super chosen. That's why you got to be careful who you treat good and who you treat bad. You just got to be careful how you treat people, because you never know when you're entertaining a goddess or an angel in human form. You just never know. You just never know. Shout out to Neff the Angel. She's definitely chosen. And the Channel Mystic 9, also another chosen. I mean, I can spot the readers that are chosen because I can see their spirit. And I can see how every reading that they do, even if it comes out really like crazy, like whatever comes out, God's healing whatever comes out in that reading. Okay? I see that and I feel that. And then there's other people that do readings, and when they pull cards, it's like dread and doom, because we know that that's whatever that is, if it's even real, it's never going to get fixed. Release, endings, transformation, and freedom. Release. So we release the situation into the loving hands of the Creator. We release these people. Also, the number 13 has to do with endings, transformation, and new beginnings. It also has to do with freedom. Even though people think it's unlucky, I actually think it's very lucky. 2 of water, partnership, commitment, and reconciliation. Somebody could be waking up from whatever was put in their cup, you guys, and coming back to like, oh, I'm going to go back to my wife now and back to my life now that I'm waking up from whatever was put in my cup. That's what I just heard. So yeah, if somebody left you, they may be coming back because they were definitely under a spell. And this situation, this partnership, you had to release to the loving hands of the Creator. And that's the only way a reconciliation could take place, is with the Most High God's hand on this. Okay? So if there is a reconciliation taking place or a commitment, it could be that you needed to release this situation and these people that were keeping you, they were trying to just break you down mentally, let's just say that, and emotionally and spiritually. Ace of water, emotions, relationships, and intuition. They wanted you to miss your downloads. They wanted you to not communicate with spirit. They basically wanted to just block you from getting downloads so that you couldn't help anybody, which is weird. It's weird, but again, these are thoughts and that a demon has. Like, even though a person's doing it, this is still somebody that's a demon. That's just straight up a demon. And you just had like everything about them is devilish. They could be a Capricorn, Aquarius, cusp. They could be a Libra. Four of water, distraction, self-absorption, and discontentment. Okay, so this is what you needed to release. The self-absorption part, that's like feeling sorry for yourself, is what I feel. We are not a victim. Even though these people tried to victimize us, we're still not a victim. We're never a victim to these people. Fuck that. Like, ever. Just take that power back. Because honestly, that's the biggest power. We are never a slave. We're never a victim, ever, to this. Distraction, self-absorption, and discontentment. Well, we know that the Four of Cups, the Four of Water, is somebody that it's like this fairy cup. We don't know what's being offered in that cup, okay? But we know that this guy is super unhappy. And cup has to do with, like, water has to do with love, emotions, spirit. So this is about somebody being very unhappy. Two of Earth, balance, prioritization, and playfulness. This is a good energy to me. So you could be called to go back to wherever your home is, wherever you were born, and make a reconciliation. There's something left unresolved on the property. Like you just have to go back to that. I don't know if it's family, but this is prioritizing where you want to be in life. Where do you want to live? Where do you want to be? Finding balance, okay? Where you've been where somebody soured your water, like poison. It's like somebody tried to poison your water to make you so unhappy with life, to cause you, they could have put something in your cup to cause you to be stuck in a committed partnership. Okay, like I felt like there was definitely a man that was dosed with some weird shit. Not actual shit, but stuff like whatever witchcraft is, whatever the potions are, or body fluids or something. I also see somebody that put blood in somebody else's cup who's a psychic vampire. So you just fed the vampire blood and made some type of weird thing that can't even be released, or that's for somebody unique. That was a witch. That's a witch overseas that did that. She's stupid. Wow, that's so disgusting. These poor people, we just pray for their souls. Okay, the Three of Water. This is a good thing. This is your society helping you. This is the fairy world helping you as well. This is you getting, you being celebrated in the spirit realm, you being celebrated in the physical realm. It's the Three of Water, celebration, community, and friendships. So yeah, there again, I feel like if you do have a home community that you grew up in, there's a friendship there waiting for you still. There's something there for you still. And it could be even going back to different times when you were young. Okay, looking at your relationships, looking at how things played out, and then taking that time to resolve that with the Most High God. Anything that you feel needs to be resolved so that you can really move forward into your future and not have any low vibrations dragging you down or keeping you stuck in any type of cycle or Six of Cups in the reverse energy. Somebody was trying to throw these like sneak attacks at you because they want you to slow down so that they can try to catch up, because they're so like, you're like worlds apart from them. You're so much more mature. I can't even spiritually mature. Like, you're just worlds apart from these other people that have come to your neck, like your throat. Speed, activity, and multitasking. I feel an increase in mental energy with this card. This is the Eight of Fire. Fire is very mental energy. I feel like also accuracy. you're very accurate. And a lot of the times your truth can kind of sting people. Okay. But you're going to be gaining a lot of truth from whatever this is from the past that you're going to be able to release. This ending, transformation, and freedom. It could be that somebody in your family passes away and you have to go back there for the funeral or something, and then you end up, and that could be part of the celebration. You end up reconnecting with the community and with your friends and stuff like that. That could be for somebody. Three of Fire, goals, expansion, and vision. Exactly what I was talking about. Really taking the time to go within and ask yourself that question of, where do I want to be in life? Where do I want to live? Where and what and why? And what are my goals? And what are my motivations behind those goals? Where is this all coming from? And if you can find if it's coming from pure space, then step into that space and absolutely move forward with it by all means. The world, accomplishment, celebration, and completion. Yay! This is the completion of your divine life purpose and mission. This is it. Because you came down here, you had multiple missions. Part of it was your twin flame journey, reconnecting with your higher self and your soul. That was also part of it. Having to go through the Four of Waters, to being distracted by the shiny things in life, becoming self-absorbed, becoming discontent, which then threw you into the balance energy, because via the law of polarity, it taught you how to become balanced, how to prioritize your life, and how to actually take that time to play and then that time to work, having the ability to and the will to move past this discontentment energy. Then being in that playful energy is a celebration itself. But this is you being celebrated in the spirit realm and in the physical world by your peers, by those around you, by your family. Okay. Now this is your ascension path. This speed and multitasking. See how the planets there, and you got all these 8. They look like wands to me, kind of. Wands with wings or something like that, or scepters, I don't know. They look like some type of healing tool, maybe something like that. But activity, I look at this as like you connecting with the other, 144 chosen that all have these scepters, protecting them. It could be you linking up with them. And that's why this world shows Gaia, grandmother Gaia, hugging the planet. You being in a space where you can actually redistribute the wealth that's given to you. 9 of Air. So know that in this completion, okay, this is what's happening to your enemies. They're in the 9 of Air. You completing your divine life purpose did this to somebody. Did this to actually like 5 people, but 3 of those are witches, 2 of them are men that practice wizardry or whatever you want to call it. Sorcery, whatever. Like male witches, there's 2 men witches, 3 female witches. But they hate women, is what the spirits are screaming, that they specifically target women. This is about negativity, worry, and sleeplessness. See, the fulfillment, I think this is so funny. In the picture in their bedroom, see the angel right there in the picture in the bedroom? I think that's hilarious. It's like, haha, always haunting you. These people have to live with what they tried to do to your psyche and to your soul. They're in the 9 of Air, they're very depressed because you, again, a completion of your mission. They're also upset about your romantic life. And so, like, if somebody had feelings for you, they should have let their feelings be known. You know what I mean? Like, instead of just trying to deceive you about the way that they felt, if this is like, some type of attraction. The Eight of Air, self-doubt, confusion, and free will. This is exactly what I'm saying. This is your enemy right now. Self-doubt, confusion, and free will. They tried to bend your free will, and now their free will is being bent by the creator of all things to have to sit that ass down in the Nine of Air position. Somebody had to literally be sat down like a baby, like go sit in the corner, like type shit. But God's saying, go stand in the corner and look at the wall. Like sit down, just go over there, stop doing what you're doing. And these people didn't listen. They didn't want to hear you doing well. They didn't want to hear that. So they shut out. I rebuke this energy because it's so blasphemous. They shut out the voice of the creator of all things, who was guiding them originally. And if they would have stayed on their own path and done their own destiny, they would have been a happy person. But they just decided to come for your shit and thought they were going to end your world. But you released the situation. You're like, no, I know better. I'm releasing this to the Most High God. Because when only God can save you, it's like at that point when you're at that rock bottom where people have hit you below the belt, and you're like, all right, how many times? And then you're like, okay, I just gotta, to transform this energy, I just gotta detach, and I just gotta let go and let God, and you did. And Six of Fire, success, recognition, and self-esteem. Again, this is something that your enemies despise. This is what they wanted to attack and take from you. Okay, your self-esteem. And they want to do that by keeping you stuck in a time loop where you lose sight of the future by dwelling on the past. They want to keep you stuck on the past. Now they're stuck on the past, and the Nine of Air, negativity, worry, and sleeplessness. They wanted your problems to never disappear. They wanted your emotional upset to continue so that they could drain your energy. And that's a no. You through going through this situation, you've gained your self-confidence enough to be like, no, I call judgment on the bullshit. I'm not going to accept this energy that's less than what I deserve in life. And that is a brave thing, to be able to claim that success, stand on business, and show your enemies up, because really your enemies thought you were doing all of this for love, for all the wrong things. They thought that you were doing your purpose, what you do. They thought if you're a content creator, if you're an artist, if you're an actress, if you're whatever you do, they thought you were doing this to become famous, to get money, for all these things that are not why you're doing it, because God told you to do it. You know what I mean? Because God said, hey, this be a good thing for you. That's why you're doing it. These other people think that you're doing, and that's why they're not unable to permanently affect your happiness. Okay? Because they can't permanently affect your happiness, because your happiness does not rely on what they think it does. They're very ignorant. They're very ignorant to you, and they're very ignorant to what be your motivations to things. I think they're pulling cards, they're getting readings, they're using Ouija, whatever it's called. The board that's got the little lancet. They're using some type of divination. It could be a crystal ball, a scrying bowl, whatever. And they're seeing stuff. They're seeing their own end and their own demise, and they're not happy about that. And they're seeing you in the success, recognition, getting recognition from others. This is one thing that the people against you did not want your peers to recognize you as somebody that's worth loving. That's sad, but that's the truth. Because they feel like they're not worth loving, and that's the honest truth. They feel like, well, if I'm not worth loving, then why is she or why is he? That's the way that they're thinking, okay? So you have to know that, okay, well, that's coming from a very weak mindset, okay? Very moralless. These are people that do not have moral standards. They're very confused when it to how to use their free will when it comes to situations that have to do with morals and virtues. That's like they're very they make decisions without thinking them all the way through. And that's one reason why you are getting this success, recognition, and self-esteem, is because you've defeated these people. The Nine of Fire: protection, preparedness, and resilience. This is exactly where you are right now in this very moment. You are in this protective energy. You've gained this protection energy because you had to call judgment on the situation. You had to call for help by crying out like you cried out. There was times where you were on the floor in the fetal position crying out. God heard your prayers. My ears just started ringing so loud. God heard your prayers. I looked on the bottom and it's 5 of Fire, and this is again the energy of the enemy. Your enemies, the ones that work against you. They wanted conflicts, annoyances, and they were in secret competition with you, wanting to send continual monitoring spirits to you, wanting to cause conflict with chaos magic, wanting to be an annoyance, which they are. But when you become an annoyance to the creator of all things, like, that's the creator of all things. The creator of all things, they hate how protected you are. They cannot compete where they don't compare. And they can't, that it bugs them. That's why your light irritates their demons, because they are just a soul, that a hole in the soul, that hole in the soul card, that's the energy that they permanently are. Overworked, stressed, and imbalanced. This is how they wanted you. They wanted you to be in toil and labor. I think that's how you say it, for your whole life. And so they've been working their fingers to the bone, like literally working with practitioners and all sorts of stupidness. Okay? And they've overworked themselves, stressed themselves, and caused a major imbalance with themselves. With themselves, sorry. However you say that. The imbalance mentally, physically, spiritually, by them trying to work your life and do all this witchcraft, whatever it is, witching, whatever, praying, whatever, they have exhausted themselves and their resources coming up against God and God's protection. Like, let's just be honest, this whole situation still just needs to be released, because it's jealousy about you getting a love affair, you having a twin flame and them not. That's part of it. And then you having a twin flame, you having a contract with God. They don't have a contract with God because they're doing this type of weird shit where they want to hurt you. They want to hurt God. Yeah, so they overworked themselves, stressed themselves, and basically made themselves sick. Oh my God, they got themselves stuck in a freaking time loop. Because, like, if I go from this card, I'm looking at this and it just went from overworked, stressed, imbalanced right to the 9 of Air. So it went from this to this. Okay, they got themselves stuck in a time loop. They got what they asked for. The self-doubt, confusion, and free will going against that causes them not to be able to move forward. It's giving them conflicts, annoyance, and competition. And every time they try to compete where they don't compare, God gives you more, God prepares you every time they're going to make an attack, by making sure that you're protected in advance from whatever they're trying to do to weaken you. And there's nothing that can take God's love and protection away. There's nothing. And you've not done anything to these people for them to get their Bibles out and use scripture against you. Like, these people are ridiculous. They're immature little bitch babies. Just like I said, justice. God called in justice. You cried out and justice heard. Fairness, the law, and karma. These people are having to face justice. They're having to face fairness. They're having to face the law of karma, What you put out, you get back. Now you tried to work this person's life, toil and labor, so that they would have nothing in their life and would have to never get their mission fulfilled, never have a society. Everything that your enemy tried to do to you, the law of karma is doing to them in the here and now, because you actually are a chosen one. That's why this protection came out like this. You are a chosen one, anointed, not to be effed around with, right? Like that's who you are. And even if you don't look super chosen, it doesn't matter. Don't judge a book by its cover. That's why you don't know when you're entertaining angels and when you're not. And if God had to bring justice in, then know that, yeah, these people are getting what they put out times 100 billion and 10, like literally, because they did it to a chosen one who's here to change the planet, to raise the frequency, to heal Gaia and the world from these people and all the stuff that they buried in the earth and done heinous crimes with. Like burying curses in the earth is cursing our beloved mother Gaia, and that is an abomination. 10 of water, family, love, and blessings. This was all about you having a good family, you having love in your life, and you having blessings, okay? Your 10 of water. Water is like fulfillment, it's spirit. So yeah, you're going to have a family, and these people are not going to orphan you. They wanted you to be orphaned by the universe. Like, how rude is that? That's really rude. Do they even are they aware of themselves when they think these thoughts? Like, oh, I want to have her that. Oh, I'm going to work her that. Oh, I'm going to make her doubt herself. Oh, I'm going to make her confused. Like, do you hear your crazy bitch self? Do these fucking people hear their crazy ass selves when they go to these practitioners and say this shit? Like, do you hear how crazy that is? How you want something that somebody else has? Somebody else's for a fire. Prosperity, contentment, and celebration. This is what they want to be able to do. This is what these people want. Okay, you're living like a life that's actually in alignment. And that's why you're getting prosperity, contentment, and you're able to celebrate. It's like celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Every time they curse you, celebrate. Straight up, every time they try to hex you, celebrate. Because every time they do, you get promoted to a new position. It's a reason to celebrate. You just ranked up and you didn't even do nothing at all, just by being where you're at, and by them doing what they did, it just caused you to upscale. Again, it's like that karmic law where you've been doing things by the book, doing things correctly in the upright, and these people have not been. And so they're seeing the fruits of their own labor while you're getting the fruits of your own labor, and it's prosperous contentment and a celebration. It's good stuff. So yeah, know that they're going to be jealous about it, but this jealous envy energy, justice will clean up. Because first of all, it's unwarranted. This person, if they would have stuck to their own divine life purpose, they would have been happy. Like I said, everybody's compatible to do their own divine life purpose. And yeah, there can be more than one chosen tarot reader. There can be more than one chosen Reiki healer, okay? Like we all have different skills and spiritual abilities. But the people that use their spiritual abilities in darkness to abuse others, those are the people that justice is using the karmic law on and taking their gifts from them. And now they were people that were really respected, high shamanic whatevers or whatever, tarot or whatever it was, they were really highly respected or looked at in a high honor, whatever, that they've lost all their rank coming up against you. Prosperous, generous, and successful, king of the earth. Like I said, this is just how naturally you are. You're very giving. You're very generous. Very generous with you've been overly generous with your love, with your affection, with your time, with your money, with your care, With your attention, you've been overly generous, okay? That's why you're being prosperous, because you are generous with other people. So don't think that you're going to be bound to whatever these people have done, because you're just not. These people have to become responsible for what they did, okay? Four of Air, meditation, recuperation, and contemplation. This is something that these people will never do, but if the cross watcher ever comes across this video and you are one of these people doing this fuck shit to the collective, then this is something that you should really think about doing. It's called meditation, going within. Try to find a soul in the whole. Try to find a soul in the whole. Meditation, recuperation, and contemplation. Reflection. But because you, collective, are able to do this, this is why you continue to evolve, and they're not able to keep you stuck to their vibration. They're not able to keep you down because you do that. All right, one more of these cards. Intuition. I was about to say initiation. This is the moon. Intuition, illusion, and revelation. So these people maybe were working with the moon cycle, okay? But they're having a rude awakening, because even if you abuse the moon has a spirit of itself and it speaks for itself. So they could be getting a very big revelation, because the moon's also about karma. So again, I just want to remind you, we started with the release card, and this is about releasing the situation to the Most High God because of its ridiculousness in nature. Okay, I'm going to pick up these cards, and then we are going to do, I think, a couple Spirit Junkie cards. Just because we know the situation, I feel like this really gave you guys some more insight on how to look at the situation, how to feel about it. Just try, it's like trying to be neutral when things are very unsettling. And it's a very difficult thing, but you have the ability to transmutate any emotion. That's why I saw like they can't keep you down. All right. These are all mixed up, so we'll just see here what comes out. So when we do the affirmation cards on Spirit Junkie and on the personal ones that I wrote, when you say the word I, we are talking about your higher self I. That allows your ego to just get out of the way and your higher self to come through and to do the affirmation for you. So this says, I let the universe catch up with my dreams. That's kind of what we were talking about, how the world was there and the dreams card came out. I let the universe catch up with my dreams. When I move my body, I feel empowered, cleansed, and strong. When I move my body, I feel empowered, cleansed, and strong. I see grace and possibility in all of life's challenges. When I lead from a place of love, people respect me. When I'm tuned into the energy of abundance, I become abundant. I always think of abundance, you know, abundance. So like doing a dance for abundance. I trust that my intuition is always leading me in the right direction. My high vibe thoughts create health in my body, peace in my mind, and love in my heart. Okay. I love those. Those are so nice. All right, we're going to do my personal affirmation cards and see if anything comes through on this that we need to know about. I clear, open, unblock, cleanse, balance, heal, and align all of my chakras right now in real time. I clear, open, unblock, cleanse, balance, and align all of my chakras right now in real time. I clear, open, unblock, cleanse, balance, heal, and align all of my chakras right now in real time. I am so valuable that it can't be calculated. I am the treasure for which all of you waited. I am so valuable that it can't be calculated. I am the treasure for which all of you waited. I am so valuable that it can't be calculated. I am the treasure for which all of you waited. Knowing your own value is like really, really important in this season so that you don't go back into old habits. I call upon my higher self to aid me in my calling. I call upon my higher self to aid me in my calling. I call upon my higher self to aid me in my calling. I reverse every curse, incantation, hex, jinx, negative intention directed towards me or my home and family. I reverse every curse, incantation, hex, jinx, and negative intention directed towards me or my home and family. I reverse every curse, incantation, hex, jinx, and negative intention directed towards me or my home and family. Okay. Wow, my ears just started ringing really loud. Both of them. So that means that just worked. Like I said, we could take our enemies out. Like they have to do all this craziness, stabbing dolls and shit and piss jars and all this other weird shit. And all we got to do is say an affirmation and we wipe their ass the fuck out completely. Just completely. Like lay them out. Like we're like dead, you know, just laid out. And all we did was say an I am affirmation. Oh, it's so funny. That's so funny to me. Okay. All right, we're going to do a couple of angel numbers, and then I'm going to let you guys go. Okay, so when you see these angel numbers, pay attention to what you're thinking and doing at the time. That will give you clues into what these angel numbers mean and how to apply them to your life, okay? All right, that's going to help guide you. 1111, your wish come true. Moderation, patience, flowing, self-realization, manifestation, gateway, taking action. 1111. You're in for a lucky break. It may come as happy news, experience, new opportunities, or an exciting acquaintance. You will find yourself in the right place at the right time. It's not a coincidence, but a gift of fate. 0110, belief system. Go after what you want. Unique destiny, inspiration, talents, gift, appreciation, and gratitude. You're blessed with talents and skills that make it easy for you to stand out from the crowd. Embrace what makes you different. That's your path to success. Your dreams will soon come true. Yay! That makes me so happy for you guys. 1122, great shift. Great shift. Personal growth, spiritual development, and manifesting goals. Oneness, connection, and completion. First, focus on the positive changes occurring due to your efforts. Then expand your horizons and permit yourself to try something new. So many positive shifts are in store for you. The world around you is changing in your favor and in in your intentions. So a lot of a lot of ones in this. 2112, it's up to you. Someone is watching over you. Good fortune, unseen forces, and direction. Even if it seems like you're not making any meaningful progress, things are moving in the right direction. If you see this number, it's a sign that everything will work out in your favor and that your dreams will soon come true. Okay, so we had 1111, which is your wish come true. So be aware of what you're wishing for, what you're thinking when you see 1111, okay? 0110, belief system. Be aware of what you're believing what you think you're believing when you see this number. And 1122 is a great shift, okay? Be aware of what you're thinking so that you can shift your energy. By taking a thought that's upstream, like, oh, it's really hard for me today to get it together, and turning that's a up Schitt's Creek without a paddle thought, right? Like already defeated, to, okay, I may not be feeling good right now, but I'm not gonna block up my energy so that I don't feel better later. Like, it's whenever you're going through any amount of suffering, no matter the severity, and I know this is a harsh thing to say, no matter the severity of the suffering when you're going through it, like, you're attached to whatever it is because there's suffering there. And suffering, the equal word to suffering could literally equate to attachment. Because anytime you hold on to something, you attach or you latch onto something, you cause your own suffering, okay? Especially when you, like, we are in control of everything in our lives with our thoughts and our beliefs, but until we gain control of everything in our lives with our thoughts and our beliefs, we still have some room to improve on, okay? So when you see 2112, know that what you're thinking about, what you're doing, that it's up to you to make this change. Nobody else is going to make it for you, okay? You're the only one that can make the shift happen in your life. And it's got to be everybody making that shift happen in their own lives, okay? Also, if you were experiencing any migraine headaches, we're going to go ahead and rebuke anything that has to do with health, anything that has to do with negative entities, anything that has to do with migraine headaches. We ask that the Most High God, creator of all things, maker of heaven and earth, and of all of us and of everything, go through all of our mind and go through all of our energy bodies and cleanse us and exercise us of anything that's not serving us. Please fill in any wounds or holes or anything like that has occurred via any part of our journey in life. And we ask that this healing be extended to the collective. And we ask that this healing be extended to also the ancestors of the collective, along with the earth. Okay? And anybody trying to blind a prophetess, trying to blind a seer, trying to blind the intuition of a chosen one, you are under right now direct judgment of the Most High God, the maker and creator of your physical flesh. So by doing that, you are engaging in warfare against the Most High God, the creator of everything that's ever existed, ever has, and ever will. I just want everybody to be aware of that if they're sending these attacks to try to blind or trick anybody, the demons work for the creator, not for you. So anytime you send a demon to a chosen one, the demon goes, well, I can stand here, but I can't fucking do shit, because they can't do anything to you. They can't do anything to you because of your anointment. Your anointing. But literally, because you are anointed, they can't do shit. And so you may see them, you may feel them, but all you need to know is, creator of all things, please return all negative entities and negative beings and portals and whatever else that has been created spiritually behind the scenes. Please reverse and return that times 10, or do whatever you feel is the best fix for that. And just release it. We're releasing it right now to the creator of all things, maker of heaven and earth. Thank you. We release this situation unto you. We love you. We give you our grace. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for sharing and for subscribing to the channel. Literally, and thank you guys for donating. If you do want to or donate to the channel, there is a PayPal link in the description box below. It is such a necessity. It just helps me be able to come on here and give you guys free readings and do this great work. And so it never goes unnoticed. It's always appreciated, and it always goes to getting more new fun toys for us to play with, like new card decks and stuff like that. So thank you guys for all of your love and support, and for reciprocating the energy back, and for being your beautiful selves. I really appreciate you guys, each and every one of you. I appreciate it. And I love to read your guys' comments. I love to know how you guys are doing and stuff like that. And so definitely leave a comment, send like a heart, just let me know that you guys received this message well, and that I am praying and asking the Most High God deliver you from the injustices and from the time loop that these people were trying to keep you bound in. Amen. Okay, God bless you. Thank you guys for being here. Know that God loves you so much. God loves you so much. I love you so much. I'm giving you air hugs and supporting you on your spiritual path, okay? Know that we are all one big happy family. We're all moving in that direction, and the shift will happen, even if it's got to be done by us. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.